Wow. Just wow. What an amazing day. I'm going to start from the beginning and I'm going to try and tell the whole story to summarize everything that's happened. I'm going to cover everything in regards to the charity. As you can see down there below, I was hoping to raise $1,000 for this family that lost their 5-year-old daughter. And instead, we raised $14,966.78, which is just absolutely insane. So, to summarize, if you haven't seen the other video, I'll summarize that briefly. Basically, I have a cousin, someone whom I grew up with as children. He was like a brother to me, and he went down a very dark path due to drug usage and drug dependency. He became a criminal. And recently, while in a high speed police chase, running from the police, he was under the influence. He hit another vehicle, and in the process, he ended up killing a 5-year-old girl. The young girl's name was Soraya Shepherds, and her family was, devastated by this, naturally, as anyone would when losing a 5-year-old child. And I heard about this news. I knew that it was my cousin that was responsible. He's being charged for the crime of, DUI and manslaughter, whatever it may be. He's right now being criminally charged for doing this. Someone's family was devastated by someone from my family. I felt compelled to try to do something good, to try to put some positive energy out in the world. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to hold a charity stream. And my initial goal was that my community would raise $1,000 and I would match their $1,000 with my own $1,000. That's the maximum that I could put into it. And then together we would send them hopefully $2,000. Maybe we'd go over a little bit, but overall we would send them $2,000 to help cover, their funeral expenses and help them so that way they can grieve without having any financial burdens. Now, in order to do this, I didn't want to directly contact the family because I know that they're going through the grieving process right now. And so instead, I reached out to one of their family friends that was referenced in one of these news videos, a man named Courtney Bell. And a huge kudos to him. He's a family friend, as noticed in this news video. And I was able to reach out to him, and he was able to help facilitate this entire thing. I didn't know exactly how to do it because I've never done anything like this. I've never really been in this exact situation. But my thought process was, hey, I'll tell my community the story. Maybe they'll pitch in, up to $1,000 and I'll match whatever they pitch in. And we'll send this family, a few $1,000s and it'll be amazing and it'll help them out. Which is why I went the route of not going through a GoFundMe initially, because I was like, if I write this family the check straight up, then GoFundMe takes a percentage of it. But if I raise the money and send the money directly to them, then we can sort of bypass any sort of fees and this family can just get the direct support. And I can utilize this family friend, Courtney Bell, to do so in a nice and easy way. And Courtney Bell, to give you a bit of context, is a great man. He actually helps homeless people in the Reno, Nevada area. There are several articles written about him. He is clearly an extremely reputable person. And so I was super happy to get to work with him and get in contact with him and get the ball rolling on this. And so I started today's stream with those expectations. And I said that I would match your donations and match your support up to $1,000 of my own. And I'm going to go even further and beyond that. Now, before I do so, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that supported this. This is not a list of everyone that supported. This is a list of the first 200 people that actually supported this cause. At the end of this video, I'll have a complete comprehensive list, but these were the first 200 people that donated, subscribed, and gave support to the cause. And I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through for such a great cause. And again, at the end of this video, I'll give everyone's name, a list of everyone's name. So to jump right into the numbers of what I'm actually going to be sending this family directly to them without any third party taking a percentage of any kind is we got the $14,966.78. That's including some last minute donations. If you paid attention to the end of the live stream, it wasn't quite that high, but some people donated afterwards. So I'm including all of those. And then if you add up, there's 391 subscriptions from that. And I said I was only going to match $1,000, but you know what? Because you guys are so crazy and because this turned into such a big event, I'll even go even above and beyond. 391 subs. If you don't know, I'm a premium partner. I have even higher pay tier than the average partner. So instead of getting $2.5 out of every $5 subscription, I get $3.5. So I'm giving all of that. I'm giving 391 subs times 3.5 is $1,368.50. I'm contributing that to the pot of $14,966.78. Plus, the reason I'm also adding, because I don't know if bits were directly connected to the donations amount. I don't know. It doesn't show up on Streamlabs, but whether they were or not, I'm going to add my own amount, which is $664.72 on top of that, just because that makes it an even sweet $17,000 donation, a $17,000 check written directly to the mother who lost the child of this tragic event. So that's over $2,000 of my own money, not to mention I'm paying one of my mods who actually helped me orchestrate and organize this entire thing. I'm paying him $100 for being there for the few hours that this ran. On top of that, if you can see behind me, I have a variety of different packages. These are rare Destiny memorabilia that I actually went out, I bought the packaging, the mailing for, and I got their addresses. And I am gifting these to the first 5 people that actually donated $100 or more to this. So I'm going to go mail all of those out. That's all my own out-of-pocket expenses. And lastly, and the one that's kind of a bit embarrassing, is that all of this is going to be charged to my personal taxes because this money went into my account. So even though it doesn't show it up here on the board, when I go to do my taxes this year, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I have an extra, $16,000 I made, and it doesn't get written off as complete charity. This will be seen as my income on my taxes, and I will have to pay taxes on this income, which was obviously not the game plan. My initial thought was I was going to raise a few $1,000s. That wouldn't really put a huge dent in my taxes overall. The community showed me that you guys are way more generous and way more sympathetic to this cause. And so you raised almost $15,000 without any of my support at all. And so together we did an amazing thing. We were able to raise $17,000. Here's a picture of the check. Obviously, I'm blurring out all of the details. I will be mailing this certified mail tomorrow, so that way this gets to the family as soon as possible. The family friend, Courtney Bell, that was interviewed in the news interview that was helping me orchestrate this entire thing, spoke to the mother, and him and her both cried when they heard about how much money we raised for them. It's amazing, to say the least. And I don't want the credit to go to me. I want the credit to go to the entirety of the community. And overall, I just want to bring some light into this family's very, very dark life after losing a child at the young age of 5. I can't even imagine what that would be like. I know so many of you out there couldn't possibly imagine what that would be like. And that's why you wanted to give to such a good cause. Now, in retrospect, I wish I had known about this, but Courtney did not know about this either. And so when I spoke with him, neither him or I knew it, but there is actually a GoFundMe set up for this. So if you're out there watching and you want to support this family, you can do so right now. If you missed the live stream, if you missed the charity event, you can head to this GoFundMe page. I'll put the link to in the description below. I'll put it in the comments. If you've been touched by this story anyway and you felt like you want to be a part of this, go support the GoFundMe. That's where all of your funds should go from here on. If any more funds are sent to me, I'm gonna have to refund them because I can't keep an ongoing tab of this. And if I refund them, simply take the money and then go put it in this GoFundMe. This GoFundMe will support the family, and it's already at a very high amount. I would love to see them receive even more support. Lastly, when Courtney spoke to the mother, he spoke about everything that we had talked about we had been talking for hours at that point in time. And, she said that she would like to speak with me, but she needs some time to process and digest. So she has my phone number. At some point in time in the future, she can call me and I can explain, what we as a community did, and hopefully warm her heart a little bit as she deals through this insane grieving process of losing her child. I would also like to mention that the last video I posted was completely unmonetized. I did not make any money from that video. I don't want to make any money from a situation like this at all, which is why I went above and beyond and spent even more than the $1,000 that I promised. $1,000 was a very lot amount of money for me to spend on this, but I even wanted to go above and beyond that and spend even more because I think it's a very rare opportunity in life to show someone that there is some light in this world, especially when going through such a dark and terrible experience. I wish absolutely nothing but the best to this family. I really hope that they can recover and heal from these wounds. I know that it will always be a scar in their lives, but I hope that this money will help them so that they can grieve without having any sort of financial burdens. And if you want to continue to support them, please go to the GoFundMe. Please support them. It means a lot that we can collectively do some good in this world. And I want to say a very genuine and sincere thank you to everyone that donated and gave to this cause. And I'm going to go through a roll right now showing every single person's name, everyone that contributed to the cause. A huge thank you to everyone. 1,000 thank yous is not enough. You are true heroes in this. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And again, make sure you hug your loved ones tight and tell them you love them tonight, because you never know when it might be the very last day that you see them.
protect your soul.